With fake kids when Meghan plots to fan the flames of divorce. Hello everybody, welcome to Kate Middleton and the Queen channel. Is there an imminent divorce? Maybe is the woman who once upon a time said I want to break the internet actually fanning the flames of these rumors? Let's remember this is the same woman who told a group of London journalists we want privacy, stop photographing us. Today a royal source is making the claim that Meghan Markle uses the media to her advantage. Recently she was accused of sparking divorce rumors to let Harry know that she's not happy in the marriage. She got rid of her engagement ring knowing that people would question it and that of course it was going to be picked up by the media. She just ate up all the attention it brought her. She believes that she was in complete control, and as a narcissist that really is her goal in life. Meghan Markle was just playing on the fact that everybody knows they haven't been living together for months. Now by not wearing the ring she knew the divorce rumors were going to start circulating, and of course she did it intentionally. She wanted to send a subtle message to Harry that not only does she control the media, she also controls him. I mean, all Harry has in his life at this point is Meghan, who is responsible for alienating him from his family, his friends, and from the life he once knew. Wasn't it Meghan herself who let it slip a couple of months ago that Harry's been begging her for a second chance to prove that marriage can really work? I mean, there are numerous reports of Harry saying that he was desperate to repair the damage, and since then things have quickly moved on. Meghan has had meetings with Hollywood executives because she hopes that she's going to make some big comeback, but it is the way Meghan is laying the groundwork that's raising eyebrows. In an attempt to live the life of a princess, Meghan claims to have received numerous offers recently, which she was forced to decline. Fans of Meghan who wish to see her perform again have been told about by Hollywood professionals. I have no idea who these people are, I'm sure they don't exist, but that won't work with big-name directors. At least Meghan is trying. In any case, it sounds like Meghan is preparing for life without Harry, and we now know that in June 2023, Harry was already in contact with some divorce lawyers. A sizable divorce settlement will provide Meghan with all the money she truly needs. I know that she should only be entitled to Harry's money, but in the royal family, it doesn't usually work that way. Take Virginia Giuffre, for instance. Reportedly, the Queen ended up paying her somewhere between £20 million and £12 million. Naturally, she paid that amount so the Virginia Giuffre would drop the case against Andrew. Yep, the same Andrew who it's evident from non-reporting that British news journalists are not allowed to question the legitimacy of Meghan's pregnancies or the existence of archofficial and Invisibet. In fact, a divorce may end up being quite a blessing. And when Harry returns to his family with his tail firmly between his legs, I think a lot of measures will be put in place with the newspapers. I think they're going to have more access to the royal family in exchange for good reporting on Harry and his charitable work. The source also claims that Meghan will be granted custody of the fictitious children and that she will demand a large payment to continue the scam. This will guarantee that the children will never be heard of or seen again, and the source claims that the palace will maintain the two invisible children in the light of succession for a few reasons. First, if they were abruptly removed, they would have to explain why, and second, because they will be so irrelevant by then that their post-divorce lives will be somewhat interesting to observe. Generally, I agree with a lot of what this source says, but honestly, I don't know this time, so I'm skeptical. First of all, I do believe that Meghan's gonna write a book, but it's going to be so boring that it's not going to be successful. People are sick and tired of her lies, her BS, and I think most people are gonna know that book is going to be copied word for word onto social media, so it's not like you actually need to spend your hard-earned money on it. Another thing is nobody has ever proven that Andrew really didn't know Virginia, or have any type of relationship with her. Ms. Giuffre also has a reputation for going after men on these trumped-up charges. I suspect that she was paid off so that she didn't completely ruin the Jubilee, and I understand Andrew had to sell some of his property to raise the money to pay her off. I'm not a big Andrew fan, but at the same time he did love his mother, and I think he would have done anything to protect her. It's also important to remember that unlike Harry, Andrew actually was a war hero. He actually showed himself to be incredibly brave. There are many well-known men from the U.S. who frequented Epstein's island, including people like Bill Gates. I mean both the Clintons really, and many other powerful people. Now Melissa Gates made it public knowledge that she divorced Bill because he refused to give up his friendship with Epstein, and he went on so many trips to that island. That should tell us all we need to know. But Virginia Giuffre didn't go after him because the truth is he could destroy her. That stuff about Bill Gates is common knowledge, but Nobody talks bad about Bill Gates, so why is that? Well, a prince is a perfect target because a prince cannot really fight back the monarch, as Harry's father isn't the depressing, pitiful person that has been depicted, in my opinion. Though I think Harry has carried things too far to be readily accepted back into the family, he still loves Harry, of course. More people than just Charles make up the family, and he may cause resentment among them. Harry really went after Camilla in the book. I mean, he said some horrible things about her, and he said horrible things about Catherine too, and Charlotte. I mean, poor little thing, she's been insulted as well, and so has George. Of course, Harry has insulted his father time and time again, and perhaps Charles can forgive that, but I don't think the others are going to be so willing to have Harry around them. Among other things, they would be total idiots to ever really trust him again. Enough is enough. There are also other sources claiming that William hates him because of all his traitorous disclosures and all the insults. Now the royal family should just tell Meghan where to go when she needs to accept the consequences of her behavior. I mean, this tell-all is going to be full of BS anyway, because Meghan doesn't have a thing to report. She was involved with the royal family for about 5 minutes, and why should the invisible children be the royal family's problem? I mean, they weren't the ones who made up this story. This is a time for us to get together and have a conversation. After all, a conversation is much better when there are multiple people speaking, so let's get started. The comments we're going to be looking at right now came from the video called Harry and Meghan Caught Red-Handed Trying to Gag Information About Hypocritical Behavior. Did Meghan and Harry agree with this point of view? If not, let me know in the comments. Of course, we need to get together to discuss some of your opinions that you shared. In Sussex. Okay everyone, let's hear from Paula, who gave us a history lesson. First, history class time. LOL. Meghan Markle appears to be attempting to mimic the Queen Mother's mannerisms during the World War II bombing of London.